you ready, sir?
Yep.
All right, Brandon, we're going to go. After last night's come-from-behind conference victory over the Downton Bulldogs, the Hillsdale Falcons back at home 24 hours later, out of conference to take on a Mansfield Christian squad looking to get a signature victory to help them and that all-important RPI at the midpoint of the season. It's Mansfield Christian, it's Hillsdale. They're coming your way on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have. A pregame coming your way next.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Okay, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
We welcome you inside the Bendon pregame show for the second time in about 25 hours here from Hillsdale High School. Non-conference action coming your way between the Hillsdale Falcons and the Mansfield Christian Flames out of the Mid-Buckeye Conference. Hello, everybody. Once again, my name is Travis Berardi, back here alongside the Hall of Fame head coach Joe Baylog, or I should say Hall of Fame ×2 head coach Joe Baylog, and avid Green Bay Packer fan, so he's happy this game's starting a little bit early. But this should be an intriguing matchup between two teams that are, they're on the good side of the 500 mark right now, and they're starting to get things going here as we start the second half of the season.
Yeah, I mean, a big win in the Wayne County League last night for Hillsdale. They're 4-2. They're in third, but they have a chance to play the first place Norwayne team this coming Friday night, so they can get themselves right back in that hunt here. This game tonight is interesting just from the standpoint non-league game.
Yeah.
Many times you'll see teams that'll play a league game on Friday, play a non-league game. Mansfield Christian always been kind of just of a tough team, to play. They the league they're in not really that strong, but it just seems that they always have played well against area teams.
Yeah, they sit 5th in their D6 district RPI ranking. In Northwest District, there's about 6 or 5 districts in D6. So in the setting they are, it's like District D. They're in 6th or 5th place in that one. They were at Old Fort. They're 3rd in the D7 district rankings in their Northwest District. They were leading going into the 4th quarter, but then got outscored 23-9 in the 4th and overtime for their loss against Old Fort, 50.
Well, the interesting thing tonight will be Hillsdale coming off a league game which you really prepared for last night, and Mansfield Christian did not play last night.
No.
Their last game, as you mentioned, was a week ago Saturday at Old Fort, where they lost that game in overtime. So you would expect that Mansfield Christian might be a little bit fresher, but also if we go by how the playoffs win in college football, we're saying a bye night's not a good night. So we'll see what happens tonight.
They'll be led by their lone returning starter from last season, Josiah Schleusner, who scored 12 points against Central Christian to get them back into a tie for first place in the conference. Now let's take a look at the team spotlight for the Falcons of Hillsdale, who outscored Downton last night. You saw live and free 17-2 in that 4th quarter to pull away 60-46. They're 6th in the D7 district RPI, the Northeast District. That's one district out of 26 teams. They are 6th best, coach, and they've got quite the balanced attack that they have aspirations of winning another district championship here this season.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Ferguson, I think last year was maybe his first year, I think. Second year. And we had the opportunity to come over and watch them practice and talk to him a little bit. It's kind of a team that will change defenses on you.
Yeah.
But the team played really, really well down the stretch last year, and you always try to build on that tournament success.
And one of the many players that have scored this year, Knox Lewis, scored 7 last night in a balanced effort on the team, but he averages 12 points and 7.5 rebounds. That's second best behind his brother, Cale Lewis. But like I said, this is a very good squad, and he's that pivotal key in the pick and roll from his brother that he likes to get inside, and he'll muscle you around. We're going to take a quick break for the anthem. When we come back, keys to victory, and then first tip.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
Okay, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
Back here to wrap up the Bendon pregame show. The anthem's been played, the cheerleaders being announced right now, and then we will have the announcement of the starters. But before we get to starters here, let's take a look at our keys to victory for this evening right here on the OH report. First, for Mansfield Christian coach, keys to victory for them, perimeter power. You got to get some threes knocked down. That's what Dalton was able to do early on to take the lead, but then just because Hillsdale's such a physical team inside, you have to try and stretch out that defense of Hillsdale to open it up, and then one and done, because Hillsdale out-rebounded Dalton 2-1 last night. Only out-rebounded by 5 rebounds in the first half, but ended up 40-20. So got to keep Hillsdale to one and done if you want to have a chance.
Well, and anytime you play in a game, many times whoever wins that rebounding battle, especially the battle to get second shots by getting offensive rebounds, is a big key. So tonight, the ability of the Flames to keep the Falcons off the glass will be key.
And now, let's take a look at the keys to victory for those Falcons of Hillsdale High School under head coach Ben Ferguson. The rebounding margin, like I just said, they out-rebounded Dalton by 20, and it showed in the score column as they were able to pull away late. And then pressure-packed. This is a team that will get in your face. They will try and get the ball from you. You just got to continue to do that. Frustrate Mansfield Christian, especially early on, coach, and then you'll get the victory.
Well, you know, I was not here at the game last night, but you just mentioned two things that really wear a team down. It's just constant defensive pressure, and then the ability of teams just to beat you up on the glass. That can really have an effect on teams in the basketball game.
This has been the Bendon pregame show, as we are just moments away from the first tip of this non-conference clash between the Falcons and Mansfield Christian, and we are underway. Falcons win the tip, and there he is, Mr. Lowen Ferguson, who had a phenomenal night last night with 22 points. So we are underway. Inside, but it's going to be a turnover. Tried to get it to Knox Lewis, stolen away. Now it goes back to the Flames for their first possession of the game. Blaine Morrow gets it right side to Callan Harris. So they try the entry pass, gets it right back out. Hillsdale in the man-to-man. Harris kicks it right side to Cyphers in the corner. He's closely guarded, and it's stolen right back by Cale Lewis, but he gives it up. It's the season of giving still here in North Central Ohio. Second Hillsdale turnover, and the Flames will still get this possession 1 minute in. Interesting to see if the Flames are going to try and attack the paint. They do, as they have the mismatch on Ferguson, but they tried the extra pass, and it's picked off by Lewis.
Well, both teams with 2 turnovers here early in the basketball game.
Gets it in to Cale Lewis. Spins, gets fouled, and we'll have our first foul of the game. And take a look at our first Heffelfinger meets replay of the game, as the foul is going to be called on Blaine Morrow, the senior. That's his first. Quick entry into Ferguson, hits the 3, and the Falcons are on the board first. It's 3-0. Just gotta love when you get a good bucket off of an inbounds pass.
Yeah, I mean, inbounds plays are always, those are things we spent a lot of time on. One, trying to execute on our level, and then making sure you didn't allow teams to get easy baskets off inbound plays here. Flames
looking to answer. They're unable to, and we'll get a foul instead of a tie-up. So quick 2 fouls here early on. That one's going to go against Schlessener. So 2 of the seniors, the 2 senior starters out of 3 with a foul early on, 2 minutes in. 3-0 Falcons on the Simonson Construction Services scoreboard. Ferguson from the right side, a bit short, and the rebound ripped out of there by Schlessener.
Well, and the Flames a little fortunate there because he had a really good look.
And right back at you. Open, quick release by Morrow. And we're even up at 3, and there's that perimeter offense I was talking about in keys to victory.
And you can see the Flames are in a 1-2-2 zone defense here. Looking inside here, and another foul.
Knox doing what he does best inside. Doesn't matter how many people are on him. He's going to muscle his way to the hoop, and he will get 2 free throws. That's going to be against Morrow, and that's 2 quick fouls against Morrow. Not something you want to see for head coach Kerry Craner. Very short on the first free throw, though. Knox with 7 points last night, 6 of those in the first half. He went 1 for 2 from the free throw line in the second half of that victory over Doughton. Second free throw doesn't go either. Rebound out to the Flames.
You want to take advantage when you can at the free throw line, and right there the Falcons not able to get any of them off the 2 free throws.
Cyphers gets inside.
You talked about that defensive pressure that Hillsdale likes to bring. You can see that right here. Great on-the-ball pressure.
Oh, great backdoor cut. Yep.
There.
Oh, the reverse doesn't fall, though, for Schlussener.
Nice cut, though, just not able to finish the reverse layup.
And, I mean, that's what you're going to have to do against a team like Hillsdale. Take those chances down the line. Maybe you get fouled. If not, try and get the reverse. It was just too strong. Kale. Wow. Pinpoint pass to Ferguson, puts up the floater. It's no good, and a long rebound back out to Josiah. Coming up on the midway point, it's 3-all. And this was about the start that we had last night, where it was 7-2 in favor of Doughton. Hillsdale had a little bit of time to get started, but then once you got to the second half, they really wore down the Bulldogs, who returned only 3 players from 14 from a year ago that went to the regional final.
One of the things you talked about, will fatigue be a factor here in this basketball game?
Absolutely.
For the Falcons, after playing a game last night and Mansfield Christian not having a game.
They get it inside to Harris. Puts one up and in. And just like that, the Flames have themselves a lead at 5-3. The sophomore with a nice take inside the lane. Falcons looking right back to Knox, just off the side of the rim. The rebound's going to be taken out there by Hudson Stigl.
Some contact there, but no call as Knox Lewis kind of ran right into a guy. No block call, no charge call.
Oh, great cut inside, but it goes off the side of the backboard for Cyphers. They'll get knocked out of bounds, but here's that nice take, Coach, on the Heffelfingers meets replay. Just a little bit of a fadeaway, but you had it was Ferguson that you were up against, so the height wasn't much of a problem.
Ferguson did a good job of walling up there. Cale Lewis with his first foul of the night and the team's first foul on the Falcons.
Looking inside, another short jumper, that time mishandled by Schlussener. And the Falcons look to tie things back up here. Right side 3, and Porter Borman into the game, gives the Falcons the lead.
Well, 6 points, all of them on both of the 2 3-point baskets here by the Falcons.
Looking like Honor Huff from WVU, the nation's 3-point leader, knocked off Kansas today. Shout out Jory Skoronsky and her Kansas Jayhawks going into Morgantown, and another L for you. Back comes Ferguson. Errant shot, but Porter Borman's there for the board. He puts it up. No good, out of bounds. We'll take a look at Borman's 3. And talking to Coach Ferguson, he talked a lot about Lowen to us last year, but he said Porter Borman, same type of player as a freshman as Lowen. And when you get 2 fearless point guards, they don't care about their size, that can create a lot.
Well, you can see the physicality that Hillsdale plays with here.
And we'll get a foul there.
Another foul here.
And here's that 3 one more time by Borman. But you got a bunch of football players that can play basketball. They're not afraid to muscle you around. Kale's going to get called for his second foul, though. And in the MVP interview last night, Coach, he got his 4th foul midway through the 4th quarter. But actually, he used that as motivation the rest of the way. He was still physical, but he played clean and turned into our MVP with a double-double.
And good players learn to play when they get in foul trouble.
Kale gets it in. His first points, and that's that physicality I just talked about.
Well, and they're really trying to attack the middle of that zone, which is what you look to do against a 1-2-2. They've done a nice job of putting the ball in the post. First time they've been able to score, though, in the lane.
1:45 left, and that's going to be a foul against Hayden McFadden. Yeah, just being aggressive there, trying to strip it out, but too much of the body. And you see he got both hands on the body there. Both teams with 3 fouls in this opening quarter.
And Jake Haven, a 6-foot senior, checks into the lineup for the Falcons.
Oh, great backdoor cut. Underneath the hoop, though, too much is Hillman. They'll have to try and kick it out. And we'll get a timeout by the Flames as they'll maintain possession here with 1:27 left here in the half. Here's the replay coach, and just, able to get it back, but against Hillsdale, you can't keep it inside the paint too long. Either dish it out or get it up to the hoop because they'll swarm you and they'll get their arms on you. So just underway in this AMVETS post-1969 timeout. But like we said, this is first couple of days, the RPI officially comes out. That's going to be used across the state once again. And in the Northwest District, I know you're part of the Coaches Association. You might know this better than me, but I was seeing how it's broken up into District A, B, C, D, and E. But that doesn't matter. Teams can still select where they want to go, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I'm not really sure. It's kind of the volleyball model.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out in that draw, which is really probably only about a month away. It might be about a month away from this Sunday.
Yeah. Flames get the inbounds down 3. Nice extra pass. Just off the mark, though. Good look there by Stigl. And we're going to get a steal and a turn and a foul. It's going to go against Ferguson. That'll be the 3rd turnover on the Falcons, and the Flames once again will get an inbounds and a look. I mean, they had a good look at 3, just weren't able to get it. As McFadden knocks that out of bounds, we'll get another inbounds.
I think that foul went on Gage Barker.
Final minute of this opening quarter, low-scoring affair, kind of like what we saw last night. Flames sticking in here. Running clock as well. There are shot clocks above the scoreboards, the backboards, but not being used yet in Ohio. So
could be close here in the next few years. We'll see what happens.
Got some insider information from one of the heads of the Coaches Association here. Flames might be happy just getting the last shot here of the quarter. They will get possession out of the second, too.
See if they get under 30 if they decide to go for the last shot. But you can see, I mean, we talked about the aggressiveness of Hillsdale and their man-to-man, and they're in 2-3 zone, but they still stay aggressive here.
That's a nice pass, and we're going to get free throws. Foul against the Falcons. That's their 5th. This will be on Borman. His first, team's 5th, so to the line will be Hillman. Misses the first inside the AMVETS post-1969 free throw zone. We have yet to see a free throw go through the hoop tonight. This will be the 4th attempt, and it'll remain. So the Falcons almost turn it over. Seeing a little bit of full court pressure here.
Yeah, let's see
off the rebound.
Let's see what the Falcons run here at the end of the quarter, as Flames have been in this 1-2-2 zone. And they're going to run Ferguson to the corner on the opposite side. Little runner.
Just off the mark, rebound to the Flames, and that will do it for the quarter. So the Falcons lead at 8-5, but another low-scoring affair benefits the visitors. We'll take a break. Be back with quarter 2 after this, live and free.
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
One quarter in the books here from Jeromesville. Hillsdale 8, Mansfield Christian 5. Travis Berardi back here with Joe Baylog, and the Flames slowing things down, and it's benefited them as they only trail by 3.
Yeah, but they've had a tough time getting looks offensively with the pressure that the Falcons have put on them defensively. So let's see if they can get something off of a screening action, a little flare on the backside there. But again, great closeout by Hayden McFadden to contest that shot.
They do get it inside, and they'll get a couple more free throw attempts. That'll be called on Knox Lewis, his first, and back to the line, who just missed 2 free throws before the end of the quarter, is Hillman.
Hillman with a really good cut down the lane there, and able to knock down his first free throw of the night after missing 2 in a row.
And a lot of fouls by the Falcons here early on, but only Cale Lewis, the lone player, with 2.
Yep.
Second one doesn't go, but an offensive rebound. Take to the hole and another foul. So we'll go right back to the free throw zone, but this time Schlussener. That'll be Borman's second. Schlussener, chance to tie things up with 2 free throws. That's a nice looking free throw stroke too, Coach.
Yep. I mean, one of the things you really stress to players is not giving up offensive rebounds off missed free throws. So Coach Ferguson probably not very happy with that last offensive rebound.
This is the second, and finally the Falcons come out with the board. Leading by 1 here, 30 seconds into the second quarter on the Simonson Construction Services scoreboard. Cale into the lane, puts it up and in. His 4th point, leads all scorers. It's 10-7 Falcons. And then he'll get a steal. Inside to Borman. Borman gets the lucky bounce, and he will force a Mansfield Christian timeout.
That quick pressure there in the full court. Got a quick turnover. You can see right away Coach Craner making sure that that doesn't explode into another turnover, so they take a timeout to try to get organized here.
Here are the 2 buckets. First, Cale Lewis. He's just so fearless in there. Strong to the hoop, gets that one, and then Borman, the lucky bounce, it just sticks to the hoop and falls to make it 12-7. I want to say hello to everybody watching tonight on the OH Report, as well as the NFHS Network. M-League Productions, rooting on the Flames. Over 100 of you watching right now and on Facebook and YouTube, and then also everybody watching on the NFHS Network.
Well, let's see if Hillsdale comes back with that full court pressure. It looks like that they will.
Also for you folks watching some wild card football, last I checked was a 3-point game between the Rams.
They forced another turnover.
And the Panthers is Hayden McFadden. Looked like he was going to go up for the dunk, but smart move by him. Didn't think he got enough air under it and lays it in. And then another interception. The quarterback with 2 picks. Ball bouncing around. Borman gets it over to McFadden. Reverse layup, good. 2 quick buckets again, and this lead out to 9 now. And that's what Hillsdale will do to you.
Yeah, they look. team of when you pressure like this, it runs have become important. Right now, Hillsdale, I think, in about an 8-0 run.
Elbow jumper off the mark. Lewis gets the rebound. It's now 24-20 Panthers, by the way, in the fourth quarter. Borman, right side, gets it back out to Ferguson. Deep three for him, just off the mark, a bit short.
But there's our guy.
But Lewis gets the board back to Ferguson, left side to McFadden. Bounce pass to Borman, too strong though, and it'll be a turnover and go back to the Flames, trailing now by 9.
Well, 4th turnover of the night for Hillsdale, but the difference of that turnover and the last couple turnovers by the Flames, that's a dead ball turnover, so you can set your defense. Live ball turnovers usually turn into easy baskets, and the Falcons almost had another one right there.
Nice pass inside, gets through the
they did that the last time to break that pressure. Threw it towards the half-court line.
Harris kicks it back out. This is Morrow all the way in. Arendt put an offensive board. He'll get a second attempt. No. And Ferguson will finally come out with it. All the way ahead, home run ball. Hayden McFadden. He's got 6 now. It's an 11-point Falcon lead.
Well, McFadden's athleticism and ability to run the floor have really shown here.
Whoa! Cale Lewis can run too, Coach.
Cale Lewis can run pretty fast. That was a great effort by him, not giving up and sprinting the floor. So the Falcons are going to go into 2-3 zone here, is what they traditionally have played on these baseline out of bounds plays. And then they simply stay in that 2-3 zone.
That shot errant and knocked out of bounds. It will go to the Falcons.
And again, Falcons will stay in this 2-3 zone. Kind of a tough entry here out of the corner by the Flames.
Looking to finally get a point on the board here. 3's in the air, and there it is. Much needed bucket there for Callan Harris. He has his 5th point, and it's 18-10.
Yeah, the big thing right now, if you're Mansfield Christian, you don't want to let this get to double digits. And they get a deflection and a turnover here.
But give it back.
Right back.
Borman muscles. 3rd attempt.
Ferguson, the smallest guy on the floor, finishes that play. But 2 offensive rebounds, now another turnover.
But given right back.
Yep. But Ferguson,
and another turnover. Now we're getting sloppy.
Great hustle there, though. You've seen the Falcons really sprint in defensive transition here.
What's the call? It's going to be
down.
2 free throws. Yeah, first down. We're going to get free throws here. It's going to go against the Flames. Here's a look at it right here, Coach. And yeah, he was up in the air.
Foul goes against Hillman.
It's Cale Lewis now to the line for 2. Nails the first. 4 players for Hillsdale, Coach. 9+ points per game.
Oh.
3 players with 7+ rebounds per game. That's just, and in Division 7, if you have multiple players like that, that makes you a contender, correct?
Well, it makes you a contender at any level when you have balanced scoring. You can't just guard 1 or 2 guys. You got to guard 4 or 5 guys, and that's why Hillsdale's had success over the past several years.
And especially once you get to district time. Now, Troy Bennett out with an ankle injury. So that 3 is off the line, and Knox Lewis will get the board. But he'll be back in probably a couple of weeks, and his defensive prowess just helps things out. As you see, one of the players that's getting more time because of that, Jake Haven, going to the line now for a couple free throws.
It's going to be the 2nd foul on Hillman.
Falcons win a district championship last year before falling to the Ohio all-time leading scorer from Cornerstone Christian.
Yep.
I'm still in awe at what he was able to do down in the Final Four at UD Arena, hitting from the logo ball 3 times.
He put on a show down there.
But JFK moving up to D6. Cornerstone Christian without, well, now their head coach and their main players. So possibly this is a chance for maybe Hillsdale to go on a run, not only for district, but maybe get themselves to an Elite 8 or more. They just have to stay healthy and have to keep playing the basketball they're playing.
You know, they're still young into their season after coming off a long football run.
Yes. And that's going to be a foul against Cale Lewis. That'll be his 3rd.
Yeah, and Lewis not real happy because he really tried to avoid the contact, but the angle that the official had underneath looked like he fouled, but I would say from our angle it looked like he did not foul. So Harris goes to the line, makes the first of 2.
And if you're Mansfield Christian, get it to under 10 at the half, right?
Yeah, you want to keep it under 10 here. So, I mean, I think we've talked about this before, Travis. And
absolutely.
Football,
probably.
There's a lot of talk about the last 4 minutes of the half, first 4 minutes of the second half.
Absolutely.
Basketball, you're talking like this 3-minute mark. So, I mean, if you're Hillsdale, you'd like to get this to 15. If you're Mansfield Christian, you want to get this under 10.
Final 3 minutes, and here we go. Guess you call the witching hour of the first half for you Red Zone fans. Gage Barker into the game.
Had
nice some quality time.
Should have taken it up.
And that's going to be a tough luck foul against Jake Haven.
Yeah, Barker should have just kind of turned and tried to lay that. He probably would have gotten fouled.
Had, like I said, quality playing time yesterday against Dalton. That's one of the players that getting more time due to the absence of Troy Bennett. Him and Porter Borman getting more time.
And Haven a strong, thick kid, but you can
linebacker.
See he moves really, really well. I would imagine he was probably a pretty good linebacker.
He was. He's very good.
Falcons.
One of the reasons why Hillsdale made it back to the state championship game. Good look, but just off the mark. The Falcons will come back out with it with their 15th rebound. That I at least have. The look inside doesn't go. Hillsdale's getting good looks at the hoop. It's just good defense by Mansfield Christian.
But you also wonder a little bit of the fatigue factor.
True.
Might be, comes into play here late in the half. But they've been really solid defensively. They have not really given Mansfield Christian very many open looks or easy looks at the basket.
Harris kicks it back out. Open 3, way off the mark. Offensive board, put back, no. A 3rd chance will go.
First points tonight for, is it Schlesinger?
Yes, Schlesinger.
So 2 offensive rebounds on that play, lead to a put-back basket. A little lob to the backside.
Hey, even a couple ball fakes, but he stepped on the line,
8th turnover for the Falcons.
Here's the look at the put-back bucket, but Mansfield Christian with 79 seconds left, right where they need to be, single digits.
You want to get a basket here. Ideally, if you get a basket, get a stop and another basket.
The Joe-ism.
Put you in great shape here as you go into halftime.
Did you say that when you interviewed with the Browns? that mantra, we
I still haven't got my official phone call yet, so I'm a little bit disappointed.
Well, I mean, John Harbaugh kind of screwed that up for you, too, when he got fired from the Ravens.
Harbaugh, Baylog, I don't know.
Oh, man, that was good. That was fun filming on Wednesday. 43 seconds, and maybe like the first, I'm not even going to say it because I can start to now maybe see it. Like the first quarter, Mansfield Christian tried holding for the final shot, turned it over, but it's looking like that way again here.
Well, I think you're patient, but you really would like to try to get an easy basket, a layup or a wide open jump shot here. But that's been difficult against this defense that the Falcons have shown tonight. And I think now they're going to they'll look because the Falcons go 2-3 zone, which they have gone on any baseline out of bounds play.
Haven Closely guarding, gets it back out. There's an open three, again off the mark. Rebound fought for, but it's going to stay with 13.8.
Weren't able to grab it.
There's the replay.
I would imagine Mansfield Christian's going to try to get the last shot unless they get a wide open layup here off the baseline out of bounds.
There's Harris trying to get his way through. Double team, loses the handle, gets it back, kicks it out. 3. Just off the mark, another rebound. 2 seconds, got to put it up. Blocked, and that'll do it for the half. Here's the replay. It looked like it was a clean block, though, Coach.
Yep.
Here it comes right here.
You're Coach Ferguson. You're going in at the half. You're really pleased with how you played defensively. Probably not very happy with the amount of turnovers that they have in 8.
23-14 is the score at the break. We'll take a break. Be back with the halftime report brought to you by Bendon after this.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Hey, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
Tonight's non-conference tilt brought to you live and free on the OH Report as well as on the NFHS Network. Thanks to our generous sponsors, Bendon. Based in Ashland, Bendon develops creative and engaging products that spark imagination and fun. Currently, Bendon stands as the top producer of coloring and activity books in the world. Simonson Construction Services. From concept to completion, we can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. Heffelfinger Meats. Heffelfinger Meats out of Jeromesville, established in 1934, specialize in retail and wholesale beef and pork. Contact them at 419-368-7131. Go Falcons. Village Point Market. Local store, discover more. AMVETS Post 1969. The AMVETS is a nonprofit organization serving our veterans and community. We wish the Falcons best of luck this season. And Mechanics Bank. That's better. Some highlights we have for you coming up here from the first half, and then we'll be back with the Bendon halftime report after this.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere on your schedule, and it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Okay, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
Back here inside the Bendon halftime show, where your score at the break, 23-14 in favor of the Falcons of Hillsdale High School. Travis Berardi back here with Joe Baylog. And Coach, Mansfield Christian played their style of basketball for about 3/4 of that first half, but it was a run there about halfway through the second quarter where Falcons got a score, a steal, another score, and then out of a timeout, another score, steal, and score that pushed this lead out to 9 points.
Well, Mansfield Christian has 9 turnovers, and what you were talking about with those live ball turnovers that turned into easy baskets. So that's something I'm sure that Coach Craner addressed at the half. So we can't be. You don't want to turn the ball over, but especially you don't want to have live ball turnovers. On the other hand, if you Coach Ferguson, I mean, you're going in at half. You got to be really pleased with how you played defensively. You've only given up 14 points. His concern also would be turnovers, as they have 8, although those turnovers have been more dead ball turnovers and have not led to any kind of transition for Mansfield Christian. But Mansfield Christian is just going to have to find a way to get some shots. The defense at Hillsdale has played mainly man-to-man, but then also played 2-3 zone off their baseline out of bounds. Mansfield Christian's really had a hard time just getting open looks at the basket.
Yeah, some scoring from the first half. First for Mansfield Christian, Callan Harris, 7 points, 3 points each from Schlussner, my apologies, Morrow as well, 1 point from Hillman. As for the Falcons, Porter Borman with 5, Hayden McFadden with 6, Cale Lewis with 5, Lowen Ferguson with 5, Jake Haven with 2.
And you can see the balance that Hillsdale has had, which is why they've been successful so far this season. So looks like Mansfield Christian's going to come out in that 1-2-2 zone, which they've done a pretty good job of limiting the looks. They've gotten hurt, as we said, with turnovers, and then the offensive rebounding by the Falcons have also hurt them.
They get the possession out of the half.
Boy, big rebound there.
Lewis, though, doesn't finish, and then that might be his 4th. Is that his 4th? We'll see. It is. So Cale Lewis, 16 seconds into quarter number 3, gets his 4th foul. That is not what Coach Ferguson wants to see here out of the half. Kick out, nice ball fake, 3 in the air, just off the mark. Knox Lewis fights for it, gets the board. Good look by Cyphers, and again, just
that's one of the few open looks that they've had.
We'll get a foul on the other end now.
Harris is going to get called on a reach-in, his first foul of the night. And Cale Lewis is going to go to the bench, as we said, with 4 fouls. And Jake Haven, who came in and gave some really good minutes in the first half, back into the basketball game.
There's McFadden, tripped, and that'll be a foul.
Yep, and he did something. He got his knee banged, or
it looked like it, yeah.
But
so he'll check out, and Deacon Borman will now come in for the first time tonight. Knox, tough shot. Got the spin, got his first bucket of the day. It's an 11-point Falcon lead. Easily breaking the press, though, is Mansfield Christian. At 2 on the block now and 3 out. They were looking at a 5-wide look earlier on. So we're a minute gone by here in this third quarter. Nice kick out. Good look for 3 again. Hard fought offensive rebound, though. That'll get kicked out. And another look at 3. And this time, finally, Jake Haven will fight his way for it.
Haven able to just kind of rip the basketball away.
Ooh.
Ferguson goes the length of the floor, gets his shot blocked.
Hillman all the way into the lane, gets it to go after the block. That's
Hillman's first field goal of the night.
That's a great sequence right there as well. Got the block and immediately took it to the hoop. Porter Borman inside the Lewis, and Lewis got back-to-back buckets.
Baseline drive, and the postman just kind of stepped down the lane line, able to get an easy basket right at the front of the rim.
Quickly into the lane. The Flames turnaround jumper. And now the scoring's starting to pick up as Morrow gets his 5th point.
Morrow hit an early three, has missed several threes, but they're able to get in the lane and use that little left-hand jump hook to finish the play.
Porter Borman with 5 points, running the point for the moment. Ferguson wide open on the opposite side. Nobody saw him, and they turn it over.
First turnover of the second half for the Falcons. Little screening action and a elevator cut up the middle, but good job there defending. Created a little space, got an offensive rebound.
A lot of elbowing going in there, but the referee's letting them play. I like it. Knox Lewis tips it to Porter Borman, and he's across half court quickly.
Yeah, the thing is, you're not going to move Jake Haven very much.
No.
Try to put your shoulder into him, and he kind of likes that contact, I think.
Borman will try a 3. Too strong.
Great box out.
Very good box out there by Schluchner.
And trying to get in transition, get an easy basket, and they do.
Landon Cyphers gets his first field goal.
Yep.
Lead down to 7, 27-20.
Well, one of the ways to get easy baskets is to beat teams down the floor in transition, and the Flames were able to do that.
Rams have scored with 33 seconds left to take the lead on the Panthers. Falcons also leading by a touchdown right here. We're going to get a foul. Schlossner called for his 3rd. 3rd team foul against the Flames as well, so we're approaching the midway point of quarter number 3. Ferguson, floater from the elbow. That's his bread and butter, Coach.
Well, and that's a move you got to work on to have success at, and you can see he's worked on that move quite a bit.
3-on-1 for the Flames. Hillsdale, though, quickly gets back. They will get a corner 3. Yes. Cyphers is heating up here in the last couple of minutes. He's now got 5. It's a 2-possession game.
Yep. Little high ball screen here for Ferguson. He's going to shoot that little floater again.
Hesitation, gets the good look, but it'll get knocked out of bounds. Where's it going to go?
It's going to stay with.
Oh, they're going to say.
Oh, nope, they're going to say it was off the Falcons. And it's going to be Flames basketball. So good start here the first 4 minutes. Been able to cut that deficit to 6, and they have possession of the basketball.
Hillman running a little bit of a weave out front here.
Got an opening.
Oh, beautiful take.
Well, you can see, Travis, when you move the ball and you get people moving, things open up offensively, and that's what's happened here. But nice pass inside to Knox Lewis.
Movement, you get the ball. Good things happen when you get the ball into the middle of the court.
Well, in the middle, especially against the zone. But see if the Flames can build on these several possessions that they've had where they moved the ball, had good player movement.
Extra pass. Patience is what
really
Mansfield Christian will need. They use it there, but unable to get the finish.
Good job there by Ferguson. Small guy, but use his body to kind of force a tough shot.
Lowen just across half court on top of the H logo.
Well, as you mentioned, Travis, where they've had success is being able to put the ball into that high post. He's going to stay here.
Here's the play. Good look, just a little bit off to the left. It rolled around and out. Final 2:06 of this third quarter.
And let's see if the Falcons can find any kind of gap in this zone.
Knox. He's going to take it. Floats, no. Rebound off the fingertips of Barker and then into the hands of Mansfield Christian.
Good drive there by Knox. Just wasn't able to get it on the glass quite enough to finish the play.
Left side three, airballed, but into the hands. How did that not go out of bounds, Coach? Look at the English on this. He went to throw it off of somebody's foot, and it just bounced right back in.
I don't know. But the Flames doing a good job. They have 3 offensive rebounds here in this quarter.
1:30 left in the third. 6-point Hillsdale lead. They led by as many as 11.
Again, Ferguson with that runner.
9 points for him. 33-25.
Got 4 here in the second half, and both of them in on that little runner off 1 foot.
Oh, rejection.
Gage Barker on that rejection, I believe.
Yes, it was.
Got some length to him.
And he kept straight up and down as well.
So again, 2-3 zone on baseline out of bounds plays by the Falcons.
Another rejection by Barker. Looked like the Flames were going to get a good position for an offensive rebound, but it was for naught. But they'll turn it over.
Second turnover here in the second half. We mentioned they had 8 turnovers in the first half.
30 seconds left in the third. 8-point Falcon lead. And for the third time, Mansfield Christian will get a late bucket. Counted and one.
Blaine Morrow going to his left, comes back to his right hand, does a little scoop layup.
They'll get a chance for the 3-point play.
And that's going to be Barker's second foul of the game. So the Flames got a chance here to get it to 5 points, which would be the closest they've been since the end of the first quarter.
Got it. Final 15 of the quarter. Ferguson.
High ball screen at the top.
Down to 4. McFadden for 3. In and out. Rebound to Mansfield Christian, and that'll do it for quarter number 3. But the Flames are battling back. They've cut it down to a 5-point deficit as we head to money time.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Mr. Baylog, what time is it?
It's money time.
It is money time here.
So Cale Lewis checks back in for the Falcons, and the key thing we said with him is he has 4 fouls.
He played most of the fourth quarter last night with 4 fouls. We'll see, though, what Mansfield Christian will do. It's a lot with the help side defense that'll help Kale out like they did last time. That shot's way off the mark. Not what Coach Craner needed out of that first possession, down 5. Now the Falcons with a chance to get this.
They tried to run a little bit of a backdoor look with an elevator screen on the side. Weren't able to get it.
And just like that, back into the game is Cale Lewis, and he gets the Falcons back on the board.
Yeah. I mean, Ferguson almost lost it out of bounds, but was able to find Lewis inside, and he just muscled his way to the basket. Big steal here.
McFadden with the swat, lays it up and in. I mean, the presence of mind. McFadden had a man on his hip and just easily laid that up and in. He's got 8 points.
You can see his strength, and it seems like the Falcons have come out a little bit more aggressive. But Harris with the step-through move, able to finish. 7-point lead for Hillsdale.
Harris only a sophomore. That didn't look like a shot taken by a sophomore, though.
That was a nice move.
Almost a turnover, but finds the hands of Cale. Knox nearly gets it, and it goes back to Cale in the corner. Skip past to Ferguson. He lines up for 3.
Big
Got
basket.
it. And just like that, the lead's back out to 10. 5-0 Falcon run.
Ferguson with his second 3 as he opened the game with the first 3 points of the game on a 3. Big 3 there to take it to a 10-point lead.
And here's the bucket.
I mean, that's a great skip pass. You can see how valuable Cale Lewis is to this team, not only his strength inside, but that's a really good look, that skip pass from the short corner to the opposite wing.
6 minutes left in regulation. The Falcons back up double digits at 10. They had their largest lead at 11.
It seems here to start the fourth, they have a little bit more pep in their step.
Oh, a long rebound. No box out there against Harris. And that'll get knocked out of bounds and stay with the Flames with 5:41 left in regulation.
The Flames have done a good job of trying to get second chance opportunities by getting the offensive glass. 4 offensive rebounds here.
.538 left in regulation. Back out front. Morrow and Harris working a 2-man game. Harris again into the lane, kind of slipped, but he still gets it to go.
Not the prettiest of moves, but they all count. So he was able to use the glass after getting off balance a little bit.
How many players can dance a jig and still get the layup to fall? 40-32.
Right there, putting it right into the lane.
Knox nearly got the rebound, but that's a good job by Morrow to deflect it out and get the board.
Fad just kind of toying here with them defensively. But he gets beat here on the drive. Great help by Ferguson.
Harris for 3. Round the rim and out. That would have been a big bucket for the Flames to get it back down to 5. He nearly did it, but was for naught. Ferguson looking for a screen.
It's that high ball screen.
Mansfield Christian's done a very good job on guarding that pick and roll.
Yep.
And I think that's the main reason why it's only an 8-point game as well. Ferguson, though, wide open for 3. It's short, and it goes into the hands of Cyphers for a rebound. And we will get a timeout.
Coach Craner going to use a full timeout here. Down 8.
And, Coach, that'll give me a chance to go over those all-important RPI rankings that have been released. Actually, a little bit earlier than you expected.
I didn't think it was coming out till the first of the week, but you said it just got released today?
Yesterday. I did see it during our game last night. But let's start off with the Northeast District in Division 7. Hillsdale sitting at 6th. Just about 0.15 ahead of Central Christian, but Berlin Center, Western Reserve in 5th, Fairport Harding 4th, Heartland Christian in 3rd, Medina Christian in 2nd, and then McDonald, who's 12-0. They are the number 1 team in the district. Central Christian, who's tied with Mansfield Christian right now, and the Mid-Buckeye is 7th. Then you have Bristol and Maplewood, but Hillsdale, they're looking pretty right now. They have a chance against some teams ahead of them in D6 and D5 to really boost their category. If they can finish, I think, in the top 4, they're going to have a very good chance of setting their path up to a district championship.
Well, you'd probably get at least one home game, which would be important in the tournament also.
And then Mansfield Christian, as they get the inbounds, they're in that Northwest Group C, as they have it in D6. They sit in 5th. Although they're in the same district, well, the same set of RPI district as one Colonel Crawford.
Yep.
Who's
having an outstanding year.
That's an outstanding take.
Well,
Schlossner with his 7th.
Good action out of the timeout there by Coach Craner, able to get a backdoor cut and a layup, and Fergus going to the basket, but not able to finish.
And this is now a big possession in this game, Coach. 6-point game. Mansfield Christian can control the tempo, too. Plenty of time left. Just if they get a buck, if they cut this to 4, they're going to feel really good about themselves.
They're trying to go inside against Ferguson here.
See if we can get a kick back out for 3.
Good help by McFadden in the post.
Yeah. 4 shot, offensive board. That's going to be a jump ball, and it'll be a change of possession. So they won't get anything out of it. And just the defense by Hillsdale. 3 players jumping straight up and down.
Well,
maybe looking for the foul, but Hillsdale wouldn't let him.
But it was a really good play there by McFadden because they were trying to post up Ferguson, and he recognized it and forced the ball to be passed out of that post up. So they were able to get the jump ball and have possession of the ball.
Nice crowd watching on Facebook and YouTube, including Bev Owens. Hello, Beverly. Thank you for watching, as well as welcome to the folks watching on the NFHS network.
Lewis
Kale
just rushed that shot
a little flat, bit. Yeah. If you think a little bit more arc on that off the backboard, he might.
Well, he just kind of caught it and shot it all in one motion. And they're really trying to go at Ferguson inside.
Kick back out, straightaway 3 just off the mark, and Kale gets himself an easy board with 2:30 remaining in regulation.
And as we mentioned, beginning of the quarter, he had 4 fouls, so he's done a good job so far playing with those 4 fouls.
Falcons had a physical game, as that'll be a foul. The 4th. Schlossner, his 4th foul, only the 1st of the quarter. So Mansfield Christian's going to have some fouling to do if they want to extend this game out.
Yeah. Let's see what Hillsdale does as far as trying to attack. Are they going to try to run time off the clock here, or are they going to look to score?
It was a physical second half last night against Doughton. Borman for 3. Off the board, no. Kale gets the board,
rebound.
Puts it back up and in.
Great position on the backside by Kale Lewis.
He's got
able
9.
to grab that rebound and get the putback.
But you're kind of seeing it with the Falcons right now. They have the lead as you take a look at the replay of the bucket, but little fatigue. Maybe some of those shots you see that fatigue factor, but they did what they needed to do. They got a conference win on a Friday, and they're taking care of business enough on a Saturday, and you've been through this situation plenty of times as a coach.
You know, they played extreme hard. You can see a little bit of hard breathing here, but you know, these guys are pretty good athletes overall. Good rebound there by Ferguson.
And they played 3 games in 3 days down in Florida and made it to the championship and almost won it. Kale with the kind of alley-oop layup missed.
Good look there by Ferguson. And Kale Lewis just not able to finish the alley-oop lob.
Spin, kicks back out. Flames in desperate need of a bucket here. Down 8.
They're going to have to go a little bit quicker than they are right now.
And that's not going to work. 1 minute left, and maybe the last gasp for the Flames right there.
I would say right now that the Falcons are going to look for nothing but a layup here. Coach Ferguson is going to use a timeout.
His first timeout used of the night.
So I'm going to say probably the emphasis here is going to be number 1. The Flames got 4 fouls until Hillsdale gets into the 2-shot bonus. So emphasis is going to be, number one, be really strong with the basketball. Number two, we're not going to do anything except shoot an open layup or get to the free throw line. 8-point lead with 51 seconds to go here in the basketball game.
Yeah, just get fouled, go to the line, make your free throws, get out of here with a win in a 2-0 weekend.
But the other thing is, it's going to sometimes going to go off the clock because Hillsdale's they've got a foul. Mansfield Christian's got a foul. They got to give 4 more fouls before Hillsdale gets to the free throw line.
A couple scores from around the area. Willard leading Shelby now in the third quarter, 42-35. Margaretta also a 16-point lead on Monroeville in non-conference action. But this is an intriguing matchup. We personally know the Beddingfields and Coach Beddingfield, but this team, they're a young squad, but only 2 losses on the season. It seems like they're getting it together, especially against the Shelby team that has been rolling as of late.
Yeah, that's maybe a little bit of a surprise score, but I guess maybe not either, just because that Willard's going to be one of the best prepared basketball teams that you're going to play against on your schedule.
Especially that score after putting up a fight against Margaretta last night on the road.
Yep.
Ferguson just playing keep away right now. And the Falcons, I'm about to say, they have timeouts remaining when they're trapped. And never mind. I apologize. They called a foul before the timeout. So we'll put that timeout back on the board for the Falcons.
Well, and what McFadden needs to understand there, he can hold it. All he needed to do was start dribbling. Even if he would have just taken one more dribble, the count would have reset, started again.
Another foul.
So
that one against Tillman.
3 team fouls on the Flames here. They're going to probably foul right away, but that's a dangerous, really dangerous pass.
And another foul.
Not really the pass that you want to have McFadden make there. You want people coming to the basketball when you see pressure. So it's going to be important these 2 guards come to get the ball.
Borman gets it.
Just hold
it back
right
to
now.
Ferguson, the best free throw shooter, and that's what's going to happen. And now we'll go to the free throw zone. Sloan Ferguson, his first attempt of the night, but he is by far the best free throw shooter on the team and one of the best in the conference.
Yeah.
Chance to clinch this game and clinch MVP honors as well here tonight. He drains the first. 13 points for him. And another balanced effort. I'm just looking at the scoreboard. 13, 9, 8, 6, 5.
Yep.
Make it 14, but every night Hillsdale gets this. 2 losses in conference, both by 2 points. 3's up and good, though. The Flames won't go away. Morrow gets his second 3. 11 points for him.
Yep. 2 threes on the night.
Down to 7 with 23 seconds left, and we'll see. Quick steal and a bucket. But still a lot of work for the Flames. Talking about Hillsdale, opening night against Waynedale. Lost by 2 points. A team, still fresh off that state final game.
Yep.
2 days before Christmas, it was a 3 by Smithville late to force overtime. They held off the Falcons by 2. If that 3 doesn't go, Hillsdale's tied atop the WSCAL with Norway and Smithville with 1 loss. And that's the closest game that Smithville's had so far this season in conference. Hillsdale, next game against Norway. If the Falcons get a win there, that will turn some heads in the conference and give them some momentum going into the second half of the conference season. For the Flames, they go into the second half of the conference season as well. Tied in the conference. Home run ball. That's going to be a jump ball. That's a change of possession. So the Flames will get it with 20 seconds left, but they need to quickly get up and score. They have 1 timeout remaining.
Well, as we mentioned, the first half, Hillsdale had 8 turnovers. Only 3 turnovers here in the second. So Coach Ferguson's got to be pleased with how much better his team took care of the basketball.
And that's going to be a foul against Ferguson, but maybe a good foul there.
Well, they got fouls to give.
Yeah.
That's the first foul of the second half, or excuse me, first foul of the fourth quarter. So shows
Takes
you
3 or 4 seconds off, gets it down to 17.
Yeah, and they can foul again if they want here.
Morrow for 3 hits the side of the backboard. Ferguson gets the board, but it's stolen and knocked out of bounds, but only 8.9 left in a 7-point game. I do like the fight out of the Flames here, though.
Yep. And Coach Craner's done a really good job there at Mansfield Christian. Little down screen for Morrow, not able to knock it down. It's an offensive rebound.
And that'll do it. So the Falcons complete a perfect weekend. Flames gave them a battle, but they pull it out 44-37. We'll take a break, be back with our MVP interview here in the Bendon postgame after this.
Local sports deserve to be done right. We're built for the communities that support the game. This isn't about one season. Every season matters because every game tells a story, and those stories don't stop at the final buzzer. We're here for every moment, big or small. Watch anytime, anywhere, on your schedule. And it's always free to watch. This is the future of local sports. This is the OH Report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Hey, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
Tonight's game brought to you on the OH Report and the NFHS Network, thanks to our generous sponsors. Bendon, based in Ashland, Bendon develops creative and engaging products that spark imagination and fun. Currently, Bendon stands as the top producer of coloring and activity books in the world. Simonson Construction Services, from concept to completion, we can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. Heffelfinger's Meats, out of Jeromesville, established in 1934. They specialize in retail and wholesale beef and pork. Contact them at 419-368-7131 and go Falcons. Village Point Market, local store, discover more. AMVETS Post 1969, a nonprofit organization serving our veterans and community. We wish the Falcons the best of luck this season. And Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent bank. Here are some highlights from the second half, and when we return, our MVP and postgame. Back here in the post-game show, our MVP making his way up, so we'll take a quick break and be back with him right after this.
Hey, we got t-shirts. Anybody want t-shirts?
At Mechanics Bank, we're more than your local bank. We're your neighbors, your fans, and proud supporters of our local schools. From touchdowns to goals, classrooms to communities, we're here for you. Because at Mechanics Bank, our home field advantage is supporting you.
Time now for our Village Point Market MVP. It is the point guard of the Falcons. Game high, 14 points. Lowen Ferguson. Lowen, congratulations. You needed to battle back to win last night against Dalton, a good team. And then you come out against another good team, against Mansfield Christian, who, they kept with you guys, but you guys were able to do enough to get the victory. Just talk about your performance and your team's performance tonight on, back-to-back nights when it's tough to get back-to-back wins against two good teams like this.
Coming in tonight, knew we'd be tired from last night, but we knew they'd try to slow the game down a lot, and I thought we did a good job of not we got that big lead in the first half from not playing to their speed, and then we just maintained that lead. So we knew it'd be a dogfight coming in, but that's the type of games we want this year, so it was good.
You guys nearly pulled it off against Smithville. You're that close, and you're that close against Waynedale, too, to being at the top of the conference, but you're still in the race, and you got a big one coming up next. You're going to play Norah Wayne, who's right there as well. But the way you played Smithville, you guys got to have some confidence going into it. It's not like the last couple of years where, hey, let's just play close against these top teams, finish in the middle, and then do what we need to do in the tournament. This team seems different. It seems like you guys have the confidence to do something special. Yeah.
We have a huge chip on our shoulder. They've beat us 20 straight times, which is absurd, but we know they're due for a loss. And I think that's one game that you just circle on the calendar at the start of the year, and we want that game more than anything. So I think we'll prove that Friday night.
And, once again, second straight year that it's a late start because of the football schedule going to the state championship game. But it seems like coming out of that Florida trip, you guys are I guess, rejuvenated. A switch has been flipped, and it seems like you guys are playing the basketball you want to be playing right now.
Yeah, right now I think we're playing really good basketball, and that Florida trip just really brought us together, got us played some really good competition down there, so we're facing all different type of teams, preparing for tournament time, so I think it's really good. I think we're really on track to do what we want to do this season.
All right, Lowen, before we let you go, if you want to look in the camera, give some shout-outs, go for it, my friend.
Shout out to all the fans here and who are watching at home, and then shout out to my family.
All right, there you go. Tonight's MVP, Lowen Ferguson, 14 points. Congratulations and good luck against Norway.
Thank you.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Back here inside the Bendon post-game show with now the head coach of the Hillsdale Falcons. That is Ben Ferguson. And Coach, congratulations on the win here tonight, and congratulations on a great start. You're 7-3. You're playing very good basketball, and despite the second consecutive season that you guys had a late start, had to switch some games around because the football team went to a state championship game. But, I mean, in your eyes, 7-3, and the way you guys played in those 3 losses, too. 2 points to Waynedale on a night where you guys didn't get quite your footing yet.
Yeah.
That phenomenal game here against Smithville that if they miss a 3, you're on top of the conference right now, but you're still in the race. And then you go down to Florida, the 3rd game in 3 days in the championship per se, and you're down 2 with 2 minutes to go, kind of let that slip away. But your guys are playing very good basketball. And you have to be happy at your performance halfway through the season.
Yeah, incredibly happy. And more so, I knew this year could be one of these years where you have some different adversity. And it all started really late in the football season with A.J. Brown, who went down with an ACL injury. He was one of our ball handlers we were expecting to have. And then we got a very late start due to football. And, then right when we did get this start, we had 3 days of practice, and we go over to Waynedale, and we had a pretty serious flu bug hitting our
it went everywhere
team at the time.
Thankfully, I didn't have it, so I'm going to stay away, but yes.
So, Hayden and Lowen were highly under the weather. We ended up, losing by 2 points there. And we just started to get our feet a little bit. We felt pretty good about the way we played here against Smithville, and ended up losing a tough one in overtime. So overall, I'm very happy, and I really like the way it's happening because there's so many different guys really contributing big. Tonight, as an example, Cale Lewis got in foul trouble, and it really showed. He is averaging, close to 17 points a game, 11 rebounds. I mean, he's really, really such a high performer for us, and the foul trouble, it really changed the way we play.
Yeah, but, it changed the way you play, but you have guys stepping in. I know Troy's out for a couple weeks with an ankle injury, but people are stepping up. Porter Borman, you've told me he's going to be, like your son, the next best point guard here, and he's already showing it. But then you have Jake Haven, great linebacker, but he's showing his muscle. Gage came in as well. And who else?
Deacon Borman.
Deacon Borman as well.
Borman,
but you have guys that are coming in, and next man up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I told the guys, listen, tonight wasn't a pretty game. It was kind of ugly, but good teams find a way to win.
Absolutely.
And the way tonight was, it was a slow game, not a lot of possessions, and I was pretty proud. We pressed them a little bit, turned them over, and got out. And transitions our game. We have pretty good athletes, and we feel if we can run, then it's really going to help us. And I was pretty happy with the press, because keep in mind how we practice the press isn't exactly how we were able to run it, because I have guys sick and out and. Hurt and out, and then I had foul trouble with Cale. So the guys that stepped in really got thrown into the fire.
Yeah, but, back-to-back games against back-to-back teams and both wins on there. The second half performance last night was great for you guys. It was a 5-rebound advantage at half. It's 20 after the game.
Right.
Mansfield Christian's able to keep it to one and done most because Cale was out, your offensive rebounder. But still, you guys, like you said, a win is a win. You're able to get it done on a back-to-back and a non-conference victory. And now you focus your eyes on Norwayne trying to snap that 20 game losing streak to then.
Incredible.
And you know, maybe I was talking to Lowen just a moment ago. In previous years, like the Smithvilles, the Norwaynes, let's see if we can keep it close and stick with them. But this year, it's you guys have a different vibe that we're going to take it at you. We're going to try it. We're going to knock you off. This could be the year we can do it.
Absolutely, without a doubt. And Norway's they're a real good team. They graduated, I think, 10 seniors last year. But that's such a strong system. And Brian West is a great coach, and he has system kids, and they just plug any of them in at any point, and they play very well, and they play incredibly hard for them. We know it's going to be a dogfight. However, we believe that we can win this ball game if we play well.
And that could be that monumental turning victory for a program like you guys, because Hillsdale's for real from other people in the WCAL. I mean, I've seen you guys multiple nights already, and I can see that the balance you have and everything. But a win like this against the Norwayne team and already putting up a fight against Smithville can really turn some heads, and that could be a good, not starting point, but a jumping point for you guys into the second half of the season too.
That's right. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's a tough weekend. Not only do we have Norwayne on Friday, we have another back-to-back. We have Triway, a really good Triway team on Saturday. So it's going to be a big-time test for us next week, and I'm really excited about it. I think the boys are too.
Yeah, and this is the best part. You're out of the Christmas break now. You get back into basketball, and you get to not only play some games, but you get to boost your resume. You're 6th right now in the first RPI, and you're looking like you guys are going to have another nice path if you keep winning. So congratulations on the wins so far here this season, Coach. Best of luck, and I'll see you back here next Saturday, hopefully celebrating a conference win and something like that. But go celebrate. Go watch some football this weekend. Go Steelers, right? Go Steelers.
I don't know about that, but I'm going to watch football, put it that way.
Absolutely. Coach Ben Ferguson, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. All right, thank you much. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, you got it, man. It's good seeing you. Take care.
Thank you, Coach. As welcome Coach Baylog back in here in the post-game show. 44-37 the final, Coach. And I mean from year one, Coach Ferguson's first year, he gets in here, has some players, they win a sectional championship for the first time in a while and make it to the districts. Last year, they take a step further, the first time since 01 making it and winning a district championship, and just for the second consecutive time falling to the one of the best players in the state. In 01, it was LeBron James. This year, last year it was, Cornerstone Christian's all-time leading scorer, but just the turnaround in this program with Coach Ferguson has been immediate, and it's been great for them.
Yeah, he's done a really, really nice job here. You look at his team. I mean, they're a team that plays extremely hard with great effort, and they seem to be a pretty disciplined team. I mean, he talked like, they like to be more of a up-tempo, fast team. Tonight was more of a grind-out game. So it kind of shows you that, good teams can play different kind of styles. And, especially after a tough league game last night, to play on Saturday night, it's a really good win. But they face another big challenge next week when they play Norwayne, the top of the league, who's been the top of the league for a while. And then you're going to play a Triway team, which would be, I think, maybe a little bit more of a rivalry game because it's, pretty close proximity.
Yeah. And another chance for them to just boost their resume as well coming into it, because now we have to talk about the RPI and the tournament draw, and every win's pivotal, especially against teams that are ahead of you, especially now that they have the kind of strength of schedule where if you beat a team that's above you, you get some points out of that as well.
Well, and the RPI also starts to give you an idea of maybe who you match up with in the tournament. So you're going to start paying attention to what are those teams doing, and even then, possibility is, which they're probably not going to have a lot of nights off because of their schedule.
Yeah.
But if you're a coach, you have a night off, you might go see somebody in person if you get that chance. But it becomes an exciting part of the year from the standpoint January, it's kind of that grind. It's, the weather's cold. Sometimes, you got to deal with illness, as he's mentioned, they already have. You deal with sometimes you don't have school, in practice situations. And it's those teams that kind of just find that way to stay together that are going to have success. And he's already talked about a number of guys that have stepped up here early for them in their season as they got that late start because of football.
And now they'll get 6 days off. For Mansfield Christian, they go against another WCAL team on Monday where they host Northwestern at 7:30. And like we said, Hillsdale will get the week off until Friday night, where they go to Norwayne 7 o'clock, and then they're back here on Saturday at 7 o'clock. And a game you will see right here on the OH Report. I'll be back here when they take on a good Tri-Way squad as well. Here's the score by quarter. 8-5 in the first quarter. It looked like a carbon copy of last night, where Mansfield Christian was able to slow it down and keep it close, but then we said that string score, turnover score after a timeout, and again, that was the difference, I believe, in this game, was that stretch of about 3 minutes.
That stretch there, I think, was like about a 10-0 run that really made the difference in this basketball game.
But there is the score by quarter, and that will do it here from Hillsdale, where we'll take a week break and be back here next Saturday night. Any final words, Mr. Baylog, before I let you go off and watch your Packers, and we're about to kick off in 4 minutes?
Go Pack goes.
Go Pack go, and here we go Steelers. Here we go on Monday night. But, yeah, enjoy your weekend, folks. Enjoy some NFL football.
And I'm still waiting on that phone call from the Browns. So
right.
Hopefully I get that maybe Sunday.
Hey, nobody's been signed yet, so we'll see about that. But let's get on out of here and thank everybody for help making things possible. Brandon Powell, is always wonderful camera work for you. And then Joe Baylog, Coach, working with you. Was second time I've been with you this season?
Yep.
Second of many times. And all of our sponsors, Simonson Construction Services, our scoreboard sponsor, Village Point Market, our MVP sponsor, Hayesville AMVETS, Post 1969, first down, timeout and free throw sponsor, Bendon, our pregame, halftime, postgame sponsor, Heffelfinger Meats, our instant replay sponsor, and our commercial sponsors, Furion Mid-Ohio and Mechanics Bank. Want to thank Jody Long and the fine folks here at Hillsdale High School for allowing us to be here tonight, as well as the OHSAA and the NFHS for allowing us to stream these games to you, the fans. Hillsdale makes it a perfect weekend. They knock off Dowton last night, and Mansfield Christian tonight to move to 7-3. For Brandon Powell, for Joe Baylog, I'm Travis Berardi. Enjoy the rest of your wild card weekend, folks. We'll see you on Monday.